good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me well. Okay ba? The sound is okay. Okay. So tonight, I'm going to talk about antioxidants in inflammation. We talked about inflammation last week about the immune system. And so this is a continuation, but there's an additional to it, and that is the antioxidants. Why is it very important? Why do we always hear about this antioxidant? So that's what we're going to find out tonight. Okay, I have mentioned this last week that in February 2004, Time Magazine came out with an article that says that the secret killer is being revealed. And what is that? That is inflammation. It is considered as the underlying mechanism of most chronic diseases. These are the non-communicable diseases. Actually, inflammation by itself, we have an acute problem, like we have an infection, we have something foreign that is starting in our body, like we have an acute gastroenteritis, we have a wound, or we have a respiratory tract infection, we get fever, okay, we have pain, we have redness. Those are signs of inflammation. This is a reaction of the body to fight against foreign invaders or against diseases like this. But if the inflammation becomes chronic or long-standing problem, and according to this slide, it has been shown that these diseases, eye disorders, asthma, diabetes, colitis, and Crohn's disease, this is bowel inflammatory disease, infections, injury, psoriasis, obesity, arthritis and joint pain, lung cancer, breast cancer, cardiovascular diseases, and allergies. All of these have an underlying cause, and that is inflammation. The triggers may be different from each other, but it is inflammation that is being caused in the different organs of our body. So what causes inflammation? As a review, last week I mentioned that animal fats, trans fats, and high-fat diet, inactivity, so lack of activity, lack of exercise, excessive alcohol, excessive energy intake. What are these? Those that are high in carbohydrates, the processed foods, the sugary foods. Okay, this can cause inflammation. Low fiber intake, when our food lacks fiber. Then salt, sugar sweetened drinks. Okay, these people are very fond of drink something to drink when they eat their meals. Okay, obesity, weight gain, sleep deprivation, lack of sleep. Okay, nowadays when we have the lockdown, many people are stressed and anxious and they lack sleep. Then stress and smoking also can cause inflammation. So how does obesity or having an excess fat in the body causes inflammation, or what are the things that happens or occur? Why is there a higher chance of diabetes in these people or getting other diseases? In fact, they succumb more to COVID infection, no? The overweight and those with chronic diseases. Why? Those people who are normal weight, okay, lean, just the right weight, the right muscles, they have lean adipose tissue, just enough, okay? And this has an increased anti-inflammation. So laban, no, against inflammation. And they have high antioxidants. They have increased insulin sensitivity. They have increased angiogenesis. Okay, so this one is a production of new blood vessels. Those are good things, okay? But when a person gains weight, there are more fat cells, okay? The normal cells will balloon because of the fat cells being deposited there. And what happens? Okay, it releases chemicals. So these are inflammatory mediators. These chemicals, okay, causes increased inflammation. It increases oxidative stress. We're going to talk about that. It increases insulin resistance. This is the one responsible for diabetes. And there is dysfunctional angiogenesis, meaning there is an increase in blood vessel formation, but it is dysfunctional. Okay, so now we go to free radicals and oxidants. We always hear about free radicals, oxidants. This is good for you because it will fight free radicals. This is an antioxidant. And it's quite complicated, but I would like to simplify it. Okay, this is a normal oxygen molecules. When we breathe fresh air, we breathe oxygen. And oxygen is needed in our body for energy production, okay? And these oxygen molecules contain 8, okay? It contains 8 electrons of 4 pairs, okay? But when there is a reaction in energy production, there is a reaction that occurs and there is a missing electron that is removed from that, and this becomes a free radical because there is a missing electron. But how does it happen, and is it normal or abnormal? You know, having production of these free radicals or what you call the superoxide, it's not totally abnormal, just like inflammation. So I'm putting it here in practical application. Life is give and take, okay? So if you get things, if you receive blessings, then you share your blessing. So that is the correct principle of life, that it is give and take. But when there is excess of free radicals, what happens? Well, these free radicals become selfish. They want to take everything, you know? When there is a free radical, it likes to grab, okay? Grab because there is a missing electron, so it will grab an extra electron from other things in the surrounding. And what happens? So I don't know if you have seen or heard about this incredible Hulk. It becomes a superoxide, okay? When there is a free radical, it becomes a superoxide because it lacks one oxygen. There's an extra oxygen without a partner, and it tries whatever it can get hold of, it tries to destroy that thing. Well, as I have said, this is important because they found out that people who don't have this superoxide dismutase or the enzyme that will process this has a recurrent infection. Okay, so they don't survive. They have a recurrent, they succumb to infection. So we need that, this superoxide. But as I have said, life is give and take. Our body produces antioxidants, which after it is being produced, it tries to control it. Okay, it's here. But when there is too much of this production of free radicals, what happens? This is a normal cell, okay? And when there is too much free radicals occurring in the body, it tries to grab, okay? Tries to grab the extra electrons that they need, and it produces, okay? It produces oxidative stress. Excuse me. This is, so it damages the cell. It produces oxidative stress. It destroys it. So this is a free radical with the missing electron. Okay, so it's going around the body, But what happens? The antioxidant, this is the donor. So this is the good Samaritan. It's the one that will give or provide the extra electron that is needed by the free radical to, what do you call that? So that it can be, it will not be an aggressive radical or chemical component. It will try to neutralize, okay, the bad effect of the oxidant or the free radical. So in our body, what's important is that there should be a balance of free radicals, okay, the word itself, radical, no? We know that people who are like anti or very aggressive, they are called radicals. But there should be a balance with antioxidants. But there occurs an oxidative stress when it's either there is too much free radicals or there is little amount of antioxidants in the body. So there is an imbalance, and this is what results to your oxidative stress. I hope I have simplified that. Okay, another simplification. So there are things in the environment that causes free radical formation. So these ones like ultraviolet rays, too much sunlight, the atmospheric pollution, the pollution from the exhaust, from the vehicles, stress. Okay, when there's too much stress, and poor diet. When the diet is not the right one, I have been lecturing in the past 2 weeks about proper diet. So when there is a poor diet, it produces this oxygen, and then this is the one that becomes superoxide, and this is the one that becomes free radicals. Okay, so the free radicals need to get an extra electron. They have to attach to the cells to find a partner for that missing electron, and it can damage this cellular membrane. But in the presence of an antioxidant, it tries to protect the cell, and so it will not be damaged by the free radicals, and it also provides the extra, it neutralizes the free radical. So where do they come from? I have mentioned some. These are exogenous or outside. But endogenous, within our body, we produce free radicals. I have said it can be produced with immune cell activation. If there is a need for the body to react, then the body will produce a free radical. In inflammation, it will produce. But if there's a prolonged inflammation, this is not good anymore. Mental stress, excessive, okay, too much exercise, ischemia, lack of oxygen, infections, cancer, and even aging process, you know, this produces your free radicals. But these are the exogenous, meaning outside. It comes from outside. It gives or it produces free radicals in our body. Air and water pollution, cigarette smoke, alcohol, heavy or transition metals. This is with metal poisoning. Certain drugs, industrial solvents. These are chemicals. Cooking, you know, cooking, smoke, oxidized oil, and radiation coming from the sunlight, too much sunlight exposure. This produces your free radicals. And so when you have oxidative stress, what is the result? Okay, even the fetus, the unborn baby in a pregnant mother, when there is too many free radicals, it can cause preeclampsia. Okay, early, the pregnancy is terminated right away. There is hypertension in the mother, and it can cause damage in the fetus. Intrauterine growth restriction, so retardation. Okay, so the pregnant mother should not be put under a lot of stress. Then the eyes, okay, too much sunlight. That's why they say that if you go out, you wear a sunglass, protective glass that protects you from UV rays because it can cause cataract and retinal diseases. Then it can cause in the heart vessels. It can damage these free radicals and cause arteriosclerosis, hypertension, ischemia, cardiomyopathy, heart failure. All of these are products of oxidative stress. And also in multi-organs, it can cause cancer, aging, diabetes, inflammation, infection. I've mentioned that. In the brain, okay? This can also, they found out it is related with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, memory loss, depression, stroke, the joints, arthritis, rheumatism, lungs, asthma, chronic bronchitis. In the kidneys, glomerulonephritis, chronic renal failure. So it's almost like it's attacking the whole body and causing abnormalities and causing these diseases. So again, my question, is your lifestyle making you sick? Take note. It will not be just inflammation, but you may be producing free radicals. So what opposes inflammation? I have mentioned this. Fruits and vegetables, herbs and spices, high fiber intake, physical activity, restricted energy intake, and water. These are the one that helps. Okay, this opposes, this fights inflammation. Okay, now we go to the antioxidants. This micronutrient, okay, that you find in the fruits and vegetables, they are high in antioxidants. It says here that high antioxidants decrease the oxidation, thereby decreases inflammation state. So oxidation and inflammation are related, okay? And so when you take food with high micronutrient value, with high antioxidants, it increases your cell health. It increases the strength of the immune system, thereby increasing the body's ability to recognize, fight disease, thereby decreasing a variety of disease states. So yan yung value, that is the value why you need to get these micronutrients. And when you eat a lot of processed food, when a person lacks, then they are prone to have these free radicals and also the inflammation. Okay, so what are the foods that are high in antioxidants? To show them here, these are the top 20, okay, from foods. Goji berries, wild chocolate is helpful, pecans, okay, nuts, it's not common, but we have other nuts. Artichokes, this is the family of cabbage. Elderberries, so we don't have that, but kidney beans, we have a lot of that here, and that is high in antioxidants. Then we have cranberries, okay, we can buy dried fruits or juices. Blackberries, okay, cilantro is common around. Do you know what is cilantro? This is the wansoy, okay, it's the family of kinchay and celery, but it is cilantro. So you can eat it with your tomatoes or you can put it in your cooking. And then the herbs are cloves, okay? I don't think it's common, but you can buy it in the supermarket. We have cinnamon, okay? I know cinnamon from cinnamon bread, but you can buy the cinnamon powder. And then we have the, excuse me, we have the, oh, sorry, I think I lost it. Okay, we have the, let me go back. Wait. Okay, So we have the cinnamon, we have the oregano. Okay, it's an herb, and turmeric, you know, it's very high, number 4 among the antioxidants, and it's just cheap. Cocoa, this is again family of chocolate. Cumin, okay, and parsley, dried parsley, basil, ginger, and thyme. These are the top high antioxidants, but there are many more. Not just because they are not here, it doesn't mean that they are not an antioxidant. They're still, usually these herbs, these vegetables are high in antioxidants. So let us go back again to the components of your Synergreen, the vegetables and the fruit and dietary supplement. Okay, we have there, it says in the Synergreen, you have the multi-vegetable and fruit powder. Okay, and included in that mixture of fruit powder extracts would be your bitter gourd. This is the ampalaya. You have the spirulina. You have the broccoli. You have the green apple. You have the spinach. You have the celery, the leek seed, the soluble fiber. And I mentioned that last week that they contains a lot of anti-inflammatory components. Then we have the moringa extract, the barley leaves powder, your wheat leaves powder, and as a sugar uses stevia, which is a natural sugar source. And then the Synergreens Choco Deluxe contains, aside from the chocolate, it contains your carrot extract powder, your moringa extract powder, your okra extract powder, your chlorella growth factor, your bacopa monnieri extract powder, and your mangosteen extract powder. So there are a lot of components in this. Now let's just these components and talk about the nutrition value of each one. Okay, if the things that we will not take up tonight, we will take it up next week. So the dark chocolate or the cocoa, as you can see, it is high in antioxidants. Review of 10 studies looked at the link between cocoa intake and blood pressure in both healthy people and those with high blood pressure. Okay, consuming cocoa-rich products like dark chocolate reduces systolic blood pressure by an average of 4.5 millimeters mercury and diastolic blood pressure by an average of 2.5 millimeters. Another study found that dark chocolate may reduce the risk of heart disease by raising blood antioxidant levels, raising the levels of your good cholesterol or your HDL, and preventing bad or LDL cholesterol from becoming oxidized. Okay, but you know, I think we should also be careful. It's not all chocolate, because the commercial chocolate drinks and also the bars, this will have a lot of sugar and a lot of creamer, those things in it, and your saturated fats. So you have to read the nutrition facts whether it contains those things, because by itself dark chocolate or cocoa has an antioxidant property, but it might be what do you call that, it might be the benefit might be outweighed with the other components that we eat. So you have to read the labels. Okay, what about your moringa? It says there that the components of your other Synergreens contains moringa oleifera. This is the scientific name, but it is simply our malunggay. But you know, it's like a miracle vegetable. It's considered here in the Philippines. Well, maybe not so much here in Manila, but in the provinces, usually what do you call that? The neighborhood, the fences have this malunggay, but it is disappearing nowadays. Many people are not planting so much of this moringa, but it is a very helpful product, okay? So it is very nutritious. The moringa leaves are an excellent source of your many vitamins and minerals. 1 cup of fresh chopped leaves will contain 21 grams and it contains protein. So some people would say if you eat vegetables, you don't have a source of protein, you still have protein. You have vitamin B6, 19% of the recommended daily allowance. You have vitamin C, and you have iron, 11%. You have your riboflavin, vitamin B2, 11%. You have your vitamin A from beta-carotene, 9%. And besides, beta-carotene is an antioxidant. Magnesium, 8% of the recommended daily allowance. And you know, the leaves has vitamin C, but there's even a higher vitamin C with the moringa root, okay? That is the fruit, the long one. You cook that, it contains 157% of vitamin C. Okay, it is high in antioxidants. How come? Because it contains vitamin C, beta-carotene, and high levels of free radicals may cause oxidative stress, as I have mentioned, which is associated with chronic diseases like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. This is your oxidative stress. And they found out that moringa contains several antioxidant plant compounds. Okay, you have your quercetin. This powerful antioxidant may help lower your blood pressure. So quercetin is a supplement that is being used. But if you are using the powdered moringa, that is even better because it contains the other antioxidants. You also have your chlorogenic acid, also found in high amounts in coffee. In chlorogenic acid may help moderate blood sugar levels after meals. One study in women found that taking 1.5 teaspoons, just 7 grams of moringa leaf powder every day for 3 months significantly increased blood antioxidant levels. Do you remember the mother who have just given birth? They are told to take in malunggay soup, okay, because of possibly this not only for the iron and the vitamin C, but also for the antioxidants. So what else? They found out, okay, I placed here may because further studies are needed. That's what the sources said. Further studies are needed, but with a small amount of studies that have been done, it shows that it may lower blood sugar, it may lower cholesterol, your blood cholesterol. It may be heart protective, possibly because of that antioxidant property, and also the anti-inflammatory properties. So far, so good with your moringa. Now we go to the barley. Okay, it contains barley grass. Barley is also called beta-glucan. I've read a lot about beta-glucan, and beta-glucan is also it's good for the immune system. Okay, this barley, and it's also called barley bran, barley grass, or barley malt. And the recommended dose per day is 15 grams per day. That's just because 7 grams, as you can see here, 7 grams is 1.5 teaspoon. So this 15 grams would be 3 teaspoons, okay, of dried barley leaf extract, and has been used to lower cholesterol. So what are the nutritional values of barley grain? In 1940, that early, it was explained, so even before World War II, it was explained how the vitamins, the minerals, and the protein in cereal grasses are essential to animals and humans. So ito yung benefit, no? First from the animals and then to human. A dehydrated preparation of cereal grass called Serapil was approved as an accepted food by the Council of Foods of American Medical Association way back in 1939. The juice of barley grass contains beta-carotene, vitamins B1, B2, B6, B12, pantothenic acid, and folic acid. Minerals present include potassium. Okay, this one counteract the effect of sodium, which causes hypertension, calcium for the bones, iron, okay, phosphorus, and magnesium. Other constituents of barley grass are chlorophyll, amino acids, protein, fiber, and enzymes. Cobalamin or vitamin B12 deficiency may be avoided in vegetarian diets by supplementation with dehydrated barley grass juice. How about the antioxidant property? We have been talking about antioxidants. Barley leaf extract has the ability to scavenge free radicals. Okay, so it tries to neutralize it. Reactive oxygen species have been shown to play an important part in mediating the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines. These are the chemicals that are being produced, okay? So pro-inflammatory, that means it favors inflammation. And this is being counteracted by your antioxidants. Clinical studies show blood levels of oxygen-free radicals are reduced by supplementation with 15 grams of dry barley leaf extract in patients with type 2 diabetes. Similar results were noted in non-diabetic and hyperlipidemic patients, so also with your cholesterol. More clinical studies are needed to show the extent of benefits in human. And I think that's the reason why these supplement powders that are being marketed are being registered as supplements, because the clinical studies are not complete yet, so it cannot be claimed, okay, as a therapeutic. But so far, the studies that have been done shows a positive result. What else? Another source, the benefits of barley. It says here that it is likely effective for high cholesterol. Research shows that taking barley reduces total cholesterol and bad or low density lipoprotein cholesterol. The benefit might depend on the amount of barley taken. So you have to take, and as I have shown, 15 grams a day would be beneficial. It's possibly effective, okay? Possibly effective for stomach cancer. Some research suggests that eating dietary fiber, including barley, reduces the risk of getting stomach cancer. Okay, so we have your dark chocolate, your moringa, and we have our barley wheat, okay, barley grass, okay, and now we go to another one, and this is your chlorella. As you can see, the components of your Synergreen products is the chlorella growth factor. What is chlorella?
That's for the
Chlorella.
That's for the Choco Deluxe.
Oh, okay. So in that Choco Deluxe, that's where the chlorella growth. Okay, thank you. Chlorella is a single-celled green freshwater algae, no? Algae. So this is from the sea, okay, or from the aquatic source. There are 30 different species, but two types, your Chlorella vulgaris and your Chlorella pyrenodosa, are most commonly used in research. Because chlorella has a hard cell wall that humans cannot digest, you must take it as a supplement to reap its benefits. So it has to be removed, or the hard cell wall has to be taken down. It's available in capsule, tablet, powder, and extract form. In addition to being used as a nutritional supplement, you know, chlorella is also used as a biodiesel fuel. Oh, so Baka pwede na rin i-market the chocolate. I'm just kidding. But it can be used as a biodiesel fuel. What else? The chlorella growth factor. There is, why is it growth factor? Okay, there are vitamin supplements that has this. There is the ability of chlorella to reproduce its DNA several times a day and stimulate the growth of its own cells. So scientists have found that chlorella can regenerate itself every 20 to 24 hours.
Wow.
Studies show that chlorella and its chlorella growth factor can stimulate growth and tissue repair in humans and animals. That's why it's the chlorella growth factor that we have in our product. What else? What is the nutrition value of chlorella? Chlorella is 50 to 60% protein. So high siya, no? What's more, it's a complete protein source, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids. The supplement, it may provide anywhere from 6 to 40% of your daily needs. So it depends. It's also an excellent source of vitamin C, which helps you absorb iron. So both are there. There are antioxidants. These tiny green cells provide a wide range of antioxidants. Excuse me first. And there's one good news also, it contains omega-3. As with others, 3 grams, that's 3 teaspoons, is that 3 teaspoons? 1 tablespoon of chlorella delivers 100 milligrams of your omega-3. And you know, omega-3 is very important in lowering down your cholesterol, or it's in raising your HDL, and also in mental health. No? It has benefit, and also for pregnant mothers, okay? And also in cardiac or heart diseases, omega-3 can help. So I think that is what I have prepared for tonight, and maybe we can tackle again some of the other components next time. So I would like to leave to you this Bible verse. Okay, it's the fruit of the Spirit. It's not fruits, but it's just the fruit of the Spirit. Found in Galatians 5:22 to 23. What is the fruit of the Spirit? Okay, when you have the Holy Spirit, when you are inspired by the Holy Spirit, you bear fruit, and you have love, you have joy, you have peace, you have patience, you have kindness, you have goodness, you have faithfulness, you have gentleness, and you have self-control. And I think it's very important, if we want to have a healthy lifestyle, we need to have self-control. So thank you everyone for listening. I hope I have